Realizing that you're in debt is one of the worst feelings of life. And if your income is low, this can add insult to injury. But the saddest part is that currently, more and more people are experiencing the crushing sensation of heavy debt. Many people have a habit of spending more than they earn. This causes them to fall into debt. Debt continuously increases, and later on, it becomes challenging to pay it, especially if you have low income. However, you don't need to worry about it because in this video, we'll give you the 7 best tips to pay off debt fast, even on a low income. So if you've made up your mind to clear all your debt, then watch this video to the end. Number 1, pay more than the minimum amount. Always try to pay more than the minimum due because it's the best way to get out of debt quickly. If you only make the minimum payment, then it will take you years to repay your entire debt amount. This happens because the majority of your minimum payment goes toward paying interest on your debt, and the rest of the payment is used for paying the balance. So if you want to get out of debt quickly, try to pay as much amount as you can. If you can afford to pay an extra $50 a month, don't hesitate to add it to the minimum monthly payment. When these small extra payments add up, it makes a significant impact on the principal balance. Number 2, spend less, save more. Most of us have things that we want, and these desires grow larger every day. But you need to understand that this is one of the main reasons why people go into debt. If you wish to buy something, don't use debt to buy it instantly. Wait some time and save money toward making that purchase. Once you have enough money to buy it, think about whether you really need that item or if you can use that money for some other purpose. For example, say you want to buy a new TV. There's nothing wrong with your current TV, but the new 85-inch Samsung QLED 8K TV is out, and you've just gotta have it. But before you go to Best Buy and use your store credit to buy this $10,000 TV, set aside some money from your paycheck to be able to buy the TV in cash. If you're able to set aside $500 per pay period, you should be able to buy the TV debt-free in 10 months. If you still want the TV after 10 months and haven't found a more reasonably priced alternative, then feel free to buy it. Hey, no judgment from me. Try to reduce your spending as much as you can so you can save more money at the end of the month and use it to pay your debt amount. There are many ways by which you can reduce your spending, but the best way is to use cash for all types of shopping instead of a card. Because research shows that when people make payments through their card, they spend more money as compared to when they make payments through cash. This is a simple and free life hack that you must try if you want to reduce your monthly spending. Number 3, increase your income. If you want to pay your debt quickly, then you need to make more payments on your debt each month. To do that, you need to earn more money. There are various ways by which you can save money and have extra money in your hands. But if the money you saved isn't enough to repay your debt, then you should find a way to increase your monthly income. Usually, people wait to get a raise on their job to increase their income, and there's no problem with that. But it takes some time to get a raise in your job, and sometimes the raise in your income is much less than the money you need to get by. In my opinion, it's better to look for some other ways to earn money. The best thing you can do to earn extra income is to pick up a side hustle or take up a part-time job. Side hustles are one of the areas we will be exploring more as the channel grows, so don't miss out on that. If you have any skills like content writing or web design, you can sell these skills and earn a decent amount of money to pay your debt. If you don't have any specific skills, you can do part-time jobs like driving for Uber, babysitting, dog walking, etc. Number 4, create a budget. Having a budget is essential for paying off debt. If you don't create a budget, you will never know how much money you're spending and how much you can actually save. I know budgeting is boring, but it's beneficial, especially when you don't have much money to pay off your debts. If you have a proper budget, you can easily manage your money and plan for the future. There are many different budget software and applications available that allow you to create your specific budget with just a few clicks. Whenever you're creating your budget, first write out about how much money you earn every month. This should include income from your job and all other sources. Once you can do that, create a list of your recurring fixed expenses such as rent, utility bills, grocery bills, insurance premiums, minimum credit card payments, etc. Now find out how much money you can spend on non-essential expenses like entertainment or dining out. After that, calculate the total amount, and if the total amount is more than you earn, you should consider finding ways to cut back on non-essentials and reduce your expenses. If this video is giving you value, write 7 best tips in the comment section. I'll do my best to apply to every comment I get. Number 5, use the debt avalanche strategy. Once you have some additional money to pay your debt, you need to decide how you can make the best use of that, especially if you have more than one debt. There are different strategies that you can use to pay your debt, and one of the best among them is a debt avalanche strategy. This strategy requires that you first create a list of all the debts you have. After that, you need to sort them from highest interest rate to lowest interest rate. Once you do that, you need to spend most of your extra money on making payments for the debt with the highest interest rate and making the minimum monthly payments for every other debt. You need to do this until your highest interest debt is paid off. Once your highest interest debt is paid off, you can take the money you were paying for the previous highest interest rate balance and add it to the minimum payment you are making for the next highest interest rate balance and pay off the next highest interest rate balance. You will have more money to pay your second highest interest rate debt. You need to continue these steps until all your debts are paid off. By using the debt avalanche strategy, you can surely pay your debt faster and save more money on interest over time. Number 6, consider debt consolidation. Find out if your bank allows you to consolidate all of your debts into one low interest rate. By consolidating your debt, you can pay all your other debts at once and you're only left with one single debt. However, getting a consolidation debt will only help you if you can fulfill the following 2 conditions. A, you can abstain from building new debt while paying for the consolidation debt. And B, you can save an extra amount of money every month. Now by saving, I don't mean the money that you would use to pay your debt. I mean saving to build an emergency fund that you can use in case of a crisis. It's recommended by anyone following the Dave Ramsey Total Money Makeover to at least build a $1,000 emergency fund. If you don't have an emergency fund, you will most likely use a credit card, which will again get you into debt. Emergency spending on a credit card will lead you into a worse position than you were in before. So it is essential to create a proper plan to reduce spending and increase savings before going for a consolidation loan. Number 7, track your progress. The last thing you need to do is to track your progress. You won't get rid of your debts overnight, so you'll need to track how you're doing. It's essential to stay motivated during your debt payoff journey. To stay focused, keep track of your debt progress at regular intervals. Try to create a spreadsheet that shows you what you achieved until now and how much more effort you need to make to pay off your debt completely. The sooner you start dealing with your debt, the faster you will get rid of it. Much like you can't out-train a bad diet, you can't out-earn bad financial habits. No matter how much you earn, you will surely come out of debt if you follow the tips we discussed. All you need to do is to be consistent and remain focused. I hope this video provides you helpful information about paying debt even on a low income. If you found this video worth watching, don't forget to like the video. Check out these videos on your screen on how to improve your debt. If you like this video, hit the like button. It helps out a lot. Be sure to subscribe and share the video with your friends. Check the links in the description for offer information. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.